All right, as you guys see, I just did a video, and of course, Facebook is attacking me heavily. But I stand by what I said. You know, we don't need more gun laws. We got plenty of gun laws. You know what I'm saying? We need to enforce those gun laws. And the fact of the matter that just to get, to reduce your crime statistics for youth and your failing school system, you sweep it under the rug so that you can get more federal funding? Like I said before, numbers don't lie, but liars use numbers. Liars will use numbers. They had the same amount of crime as they did 6 years ago, if not worse. But they sweep it under the rug just for federal funds. And as I said earlier, Nana explains why they arrived at this guy's house like over 30 some times. The FBI was notified and nothing was done because they weren't supposed to do anything because it messed with their funds. So their money is more important than your child's life. And you want me to relinquish my gun rights when your sheriffs that you train are too afraid to do their job and you want my gun? I don't think so, brother. And Sheriff Israel has the nerve to say, hey, I gave him a gun and a badge. What they do after that, that's not my problem. Really? Really? As a military veteran, when you are in command of troops, what they do is on you. Attitude reflects leadership. If you got that many cowards as deputies, you must be a coward. You have to be. You train them. So I don't understand why money is more important than the safety of your child going to a public school. And this is just not happening in Broward County. It started in Miami-Dade County, where they wanted to sweep all that crime under the rug. Now, they started with minor crimes. Oh, yeah. I don't want children to go to jail. No, I don't. I do not. But them badass kids, and there's some badass kids out there, lock their asses up. And Mr. Cruz was a perfect example of it. Why I gotta come to your house 39 times? Why does the FBI have to be called several times about you? You got issues. I understand kids breaking a window, maybe breaking in a car, stealing some change, if it was unlocked. I understand that. But he was known or suspected that he may be a potential school shooter. And because of these legislative laws put in place to get more money for your school board, it was ignored. And now we've lost 17 lives. People's children, people's fathers, people's mothers. For money. It always comes back to follow the money. If they can sweep it under the rug to make money, they'll sweep it under the rug. As long as it ain't in my neighborhood or my backyard, it doesn't matter. Really? Now, I know a lot of people out there want to scream about the NRA. I don't think the NRA was in Florida shooting at a school. I don't think the NRA gave him a gun. I don't think he got the gun from a gun show. But if they would have followed up on the complaints and look into this child, he would have never been able to buy a gun at all. That's what it comes down to. You dropped the ball, you fumbled. You didn't do your job. And as the incident was going on, your sheriff deputies didn't do their job. That's what it comes down to, accountability. Start at the dinner table. Tell your children that this is not the right thing to do. His mama called the cops on him. His mother. Like I said, I know a lot of people out there don't agree with me. And if you're bold enough, pop on. I'll pop you right on here with me. If you got anything to say that has some substance or intelligent meaning behind it, feel free to pop on. Like I said, I named it. Ask me anything. You want to ask me something? Feel free. Knock yourself out. This is your chance. I'm not going to stand here too long. But this is your chance. Bait me. This is your chance to call me an idiot. But I can guarantee you this. I don't put nothing on my page that is fake. I don't put no rumors. I don't have any conspiracy theories saying, hey, this was planned by design and they want those children to die. I don't know all that. All I do know from the evidence I've seen, and when you look at all the articles that I put up about Sheriff Israel, there are affidavits there that you can read. There's links. It's all public record. So you can debate all you want. But the bottom line is it doesn't point to the NRA. It doesn't point to the current administration. It doesn't point to gun shows. It doesn't point to gun laws. The only reason why the gun laws are in place is because somebody failed to follow up constant criminal activity by a young man who was disturbed. And if those complaints would have been followed up on, he would have never been able to buy that weapon. How are you going to dispute that? How are you going to do that? You can't. You can't do it. Like you said, Becky, facts are facts. You failed. And as Sheriff Israel has the nerve to say, of course I'm not going to resign. You can't do your job. If you can't control your people, you can't do your job. Therefore, it's time to go. You are not competent enough to train your people to do the right thing. You know what? And the only reason why I call that deputy a coward is this. When I joined the military, I knew what I was getting into. It wasn't like, oh, well, that probably won't happen. No, I talk about the worst case scenario that it could happen. But if somebody was telling me, look, if they start killing people, you don't do anything. Guess what? I'm probably not going to do anything. I don't know if he was told this. If I was him, I'd leave the country. It's so embarrassing. But your leaders take the responsibility of your actions. And for this guy to say, I gave them a badge and a gun, and what they do is not my problem, he is the problem. It's a very sad state of affairs. People in charge. And then he has the nerve to tell civilians that they shouldn't be armed. Well, obviously, we can't rely on your people to protect us. And like I said, it's just not Broward County. There are cities all over America that do the same thing, that turn a blind eye. And all you have to do is follow the money. Follow the money and you will be disgusted. Older people don't matter. Young people don't matter. Black people don't matter. White people don't matter. Hispanic people don't matter. You don't matter when it comes to these people and their political ideologies and money. I don't care what color or faith you are. It comes down to money. And we need to do something. This cannot continue to be this way. You can start by holding your children accountable. Chastise them when they're wrong. There's too many parents that go out there and say, oh, my child couldn't have done that. Well, you know what? Your child probably did. Or you could say, oh, my child was hanging around this bad child. No, they're both bad. Quit making excuses for your children. Take accountability. I didn't think anybody was going to pop up. I'm sure I'll see some comments later. Whatever. If you want to debate me, feel free. Because I come with facts, not bullcrap. I'm Deion Alexander, American First.